Alright, so the TNT pay-per-view price here in the UK for Fury versus Ngannou has now been revealed. Now, this was revealed last week. They revealed the US pay-per-view price last week, which is about $80 US. I think it was $79.99, thereabouts, but it was basically $80 US. The US really do pay through the teeth for these pay-per-views. They really, truly do. I mean, they are absolutely insane, the price some of those pay-per-views. I think Canelo pay-per-views are even dearer. I know Floyd's pay-per-views back in the day were quite dear as well over there. Compare that to what we pay over here. It's night and day. It really is. I know we always do tend to complain about the prices of them over here, but when we look across the pond, again, it is night and day. Nevertheless, Fury, in his previous fight, which was pay-per-view, it was against Chisora in a fight that we knew going in would be uncompetitive. It was, I think, £27 or £28 thereabouts. I believe it was a record price for the UK, which, against Chisora of all people, you're like, really? That is going to be the some coming up so close to Christmas, really? It had me wondering and thinking, how much are they going to charge for this Ngannou pay-per-view? They're selling it as a game changed, and I will give them credit. The undercard is absolutely insanely good, and I think it's all heavyweights. I think that there's been another fight announced, and I'm still pretty sure it's all heavyweights, which, that really is just something to behold. We like the heavyweights on here, and I know the majority of fans will say they love heavyweights. The lighter divisions are fun, they definitely are. Welterweight, middleweight, they're good divisions, but something about the heavyweight division and the fact that it is all heavyweights, I like it. There's some good fights. You've got Parker, God knows what might happen there, but Cody Takam is a great little fight, and that's going to be a very, very entertaining scrap. Obviously, David Adelaide, Fabio Wadley, that fight right there, I am so keen to see that fight. I really am. It's got the British title on the line. Who else is on the undercard? Arslanbek Makhmudov, young Moses Atauma is on there as well. I thought there was another. Am I missing? No, I think that is it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be missing someone there. But either way, it's a good undercard. I was thinking, God knows how much this is going to be, because I haven't even told the price yet. We got to get the watch time. That's for the watch time, Get the watch time up. Now, I'm joking. I'm digressing as I always do in these videos. They announced the pay-per-view price. I was fearful it would be, maybe even in the 30s. It's not. It's actually only £21.95, essentially £22. Now, that is only that's only about £1 dearer, £2 dearer, sorry, than the Misfit show over the course of last weekend. And bear in mind, you also had to get a subscription on top of that, which I believe was only £1. So it's about this. Well, it's not the same, but it's not much off what the Misfit show was. And the undercard is good, right? It is. In terms of the fight itself, look, we all know it's a glorified exhibition. Fury is going to probably, for Fury, what I expect him to do, he's going to do one of two things. He's either going to carry Ngannou for a couple of rounds and then take him out, or he's going to take him out early because he's not going to want to risk any injuries or any cuts, because, you could say with G, you just don't know. I'm not even saying Ngannou could land a lucky shot or something like that, but you never know. Heads come together, it gets sloppy, boom, a gash opens up, the fight's pushed back by God knows how long. Things like that can happen. You just don't know. Head clashes can happen out of nowhere. Cuts can happen. Fury could throw a right hand and it could land on Ngannou's forehead, and then boom, the hand swells up like a balloon, right? Obviously, he could finish the fight, probably still win, but you look at the hand, broken, how long? 3 to 4 months. What the hell? That pushed it back. I expect him probably to just step on the gas, just go through, get him out of there, boom, onto Usyk, get the announcement in the ring, because he's even been talking about, I know Fury says a lot of things, but the Usyk signing, considering the fact it's been on both sides, it's a good thing. I only want to see Fury versus Usyk, right? This, I would have a little bit, see, this right here, right? I'd be a little bit more okay with this if we had a concrete date already announced for Usyk. If we knew, right, Usyk Fury, December 23rd, January 7th, January the 28th. If we had that already, we knew, yes, that's the date, we have the posters, everything, I'd kind of be like, we have the date, we don't have the date. I think we're going to get it next, but there is that element of doubt considering how this fight has been over the last year. it's just been, it's been a nightmare really in terms of getting your hopes up and then like, oh wow, it's gone again. So there's that. In terms of the pay-per-view price, look, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Will I be paying? No, I won't be. As I said, I could, if I did a watch along for this, right? Because just morally, I just don't think, I just don't want to, right? I'm not paying for this, right? From a moral point of view, I'll do what I did the other night and watch it by other means. Because if I did a watch along, I could easily get that 21.20 or 95 back, and God knows how many views, etc. I get for the what I'd say it would be in the serious numbers. But I just think morally that's just not right. So just for this, it's not the fight we really truly want. But I am surprised the pay-per-view price is as, I don't want to say cheap, but not as expensive as I thought it would be. Maybe that's the best way I can say it, because you're going by history. You put Chisora on pay-per-view at a UK record price. You would think that because this is what Frank Warren said is game changed. Really, I wouldn't exactly go that far. Eddie Hearn's been saying that for the last 2 years, and I haven't seen no game changed. But this right here, I genuinely thought they'd go into the 30s for it. They haven't, which is I'm pleasantly surprised about. But it's a good undercard. I will give him a test of that. Ain't nothing going to stop me from saying that. It's a great undercard. It's a brilliant undercard. All I hope is that Fury just comes through this unscathed. I'm not expecting Ngannou to scathe him, as in like him, damage Fury with punches. I'm just hoping he doesn't throw an awkward shot or heads come together, or sometimes even sometimes you could maybe take a step back, and you've seen it in boxing, take a step back, your ankle lands, you'd be worried about it'd be like watching like an England game, like when England are playing like their last warm-up game ahead of a major tournament, and I remember back in the day when Rooney was in form, you'd be like the World Cup in 2010, you'd be just like, please do not get injured. Just whatever you do not get injured. That's what you're like. That's what we're going to be like with this fight. We're going to be looking at it and being like, whatever you flip and do not get injured. No heads coming together, no anything. Just do not flip and get injured. Because if you do, God knows what's going to happen next. Because then you're going to have issues with the sanctioning body saying, oh, well, if he's out for this long, I just don't get injured. That's all I'm saying. That's my thoughts on this. Has this now, the fact that it's $21.95, changed your opinion on buying it? Because I know a lot of people were speculating that it would be, like myself, that it would be high priced. It's £21, £22 to some people now is still a lot of money. Because obviously there's a lot of people who are struggling financially, the cost of living, etc. And, for some people, even, forking out £15 a week is seen as, excessive. So for people looking, has this changed their minds? Would it, the fact that it's now only £22, has that made you think, with the undercard as stacked as it is, yeah, I'm going to throw £22 down. Why not? Has it changed anyone's opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Lads, I'll leave it again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, as always, if you haven't already. For now, I will leave you with that. Peace.